Hi, everyone. My name is Brian Campbell. Pope Francis has declared a year of St. Joseph, and as part of Little Flower's effort to share in that, some men of the parish, like myself, will be sharing a brief reflection on a piece of the Pope's letter, Patris Corde, where the Father is love. A little bit about me. Like I said before, I'm Brian Campbell. I'm a married father of 3 in town. Dana, my wife, James, Noel, and Mary, 14, 12, and 9. And we've been parishioners at Little Flowers since 2013 when we moved from Cranford, which is where I was born and raised. As the youngest of 7, I'm also the grandchild of 4 Irish immigrants. And finally, I lost my father when I was 10. And I'm a twin, so when both of us were 10. So obviously, things that helped shape me. About the letter, obvious things about Joseph and fatherhood. He's obviously a father for the ages, right? He is the all-time father. Puts Jesus and Mary in front of himself always. And his ego is not only secondary, but not even apparent at times. Although obviously we know in his struggles that his ego was part of that, but obviously did the right things and overcomes his own doubts. He disregards any physical danger to himself. He's just a rock, right? And he's teaching hope. He's teaching courage throughout. He's hardworking, obviously. He's accepting. All these things are awesome. But what really struck me about the letter and about Joseph is the line, "the man who goes unnoticed." And I thought about it a little bit, and it started to sort of hit me that we are in a world that is not unnoticed. Each and every one of us, in a sense, clamoring for a bit of attention. Maybe I shouldn't be talking for you, but certainly I have been in a social media world. And here the Pope writes, Saint Joseph reminds us that those who appear hidden or in the shadows can play an incomparable role in the history of salvation. A word of recognition and gratitude is due them all. The man who goes unnoticed, incomparable role in the history of salvation. That really strikes me. And becomes a blueprint or a role model in this age of me, this age of sort of positioning ourselves or myself for the screen and to be remembered or to be a good person, to be thought about as a good person. This dynamic of being hidden in all of this is just awesome. And it's exactly what I think the world really needs. I mean, the world needs St. Joseph. And his example, and certainly fathers like myself needed. The Pope writes, people who do not appear in newspaper and magazine headlines or on the latest television show, and yet in these very days are surely shaping the decisive events of our history. And that's obviously those who appear hidden. Obviously, nurses and the everyday sort of heroes that we continue to forget about as we read headlines and as we argue politics, and the list goes on. So that's what hit me. That's this sort of really reflection in terms of being a father. Put others first, put others beyond your family first, put others in your family first. Don't care if people see you. Just do the right thing, do the good deed, and do it quietly. And I think that is it. And I think that's the ultimate goal of a father. Not about me anymore, about them, about all of us. So thank you for listening. That's the sort of simple sort of thing I took away amongst many things that the Pope wrote and St. Joseph did. So thank you for listening. I'm grateful to be part of the parish and for Father Andy, Father Matt, and all the support staff. And of course, privileged to ask in terms of sharing my thoughts. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you one day. I get out of this a little bit and start shaking some hands again. All the best to you. Have a great weekend.